In the heart of Paris, inside one of the city's tallest hotels, tragedy struck. On September 30th, 2025, South Africa's ambassador to France, Nkosinathi Emmanuel Mthethwa, was found dead at the base of the Hyatt Regency. His room was on the 22nd floor. What happened inside that room remains the subject of investigation. But the fragments we know paint a haunting picture. Scene 2, 030-115. That evening, Mthethwa checked into the hotel like any other guest. He took the elevator up, stepped into his room, and closed the door behind him. The Paris skyline stretched before him through thick glass windows fitted with safety locks. Locks designed to prevent accidents, especially at such height. But hours later, police would find those safety mechanisms tampered with, forcibly opened with a pair of scissors discovered nearby. Scene 3, 1:15 to 2. What happened next is pieced together from reports and testimonies. His wife received a message filled with regret and unsettling words hinting at finality. Alarmed, she called the police. By the time officers arrived, the worst had already occurred. At dawn, his body was discovered on the pavement outside, beneath the towering hotel, sparking shock across diplomatic and political circles. Scene 4, 2:45. Forensic experts combed the room. There were no signs of a struggle, no traces of narcotics or suspicious substances. The phone, the broken lock, the scissors. These were the only silent witnesses to those final moments. The Paris prosecutor's office quickly confirmed an investigation was underway, clarifying that the initial evidence pointed toward a deliberate act, with no indication of third-party involvement. Scene 5, 2:45 to 3:30. Nkosinathi Mthethwa was not just a diplomat. He had served as South Africa's Minister of Police, later as Minister of Arts and Culture, and in 2023, he was appointed ambassador to France. A man of influence, well known in both political and cultural arenas. His death reverberated beyond France, sending shockwaves back to Pretoria, where colleagues and citizens mourned the sudden loss. Scene 6, 3:30 to 4:15. The image of the 22nd floor window remains central to the story. Investigators highlighted how unusual it was for such a safety device to be broken. The scissors left behind became a symbol of intent, an act not of accident but of decision. Yet even with these clues, questions remain. Why Paris? Why then? And what burdens weighed heavily enough to end such a prominent career in this way? Scene 7, 4:45. The prosecutor's office stressed caution. While all evidence leaned toward a self-inflicted act, official confirmation would only come after toxicology results and further examination. For the diplomatic community, the tragedy was more than a headline. It was a reminder of the human fragility hidden behind positions of power. Closing, 4:45 to 5. On that September morning, a life ended far above the streets of Paris. The unanswered questions remain, locked in a silent hotel room on the 22nd floor. For now, we are left with fragments. His final message, a broken lock, and a loss that echoes across nations.